Good morning and welcome back to the Brick by Brick podcast with Ronald Pauleus. We're back here where we look at the principles you can take advantage of woven throughout this universe by God Himself. And if you would just take advantage, you could build a life worth living. Today, I want to talk about this idea that your first deal starts with one decision. You see, I'm fired up today because I'm talking about something that has changed the trajectory of my own life. And I know it can change the trajectory of yours. Next week, I'm going to San Antonio. Actually, this week, when this episode drops, I'll be in San Antonio. And I'm going to be talking and working with Pace Morby. Other leaders from Owners Club will also be working with Pace Morby. And we're going to be helping a bunch of newbies get their first deal. And I'm stoked. I'm excited about it. It's called the Zero to Hero Challenge. And this episode is specifically for people who they've been watching from the sidelines. They're thinking about getting into real estate. They're wanting to get started, wondering if this is even possible for them. I want to tell you something. Your first deal is closer than you think. But here's the thing. Your comfort zone is what's keeping you from your first deal. Let's talk about what the Zero to Hero Challenge is. It's not just another event. It isn't just networking and note-taking, posting selfies, pretending to hustle. No, this is an immersion event. It's getting around active investors, deal makers, closers like me, people taking action, people solving problems in real time. Now, I'm not making a pitch for Zero to Hero because the people who are going to Zero to Hero, who are here today at Zero to Hero, have already been chosen. It's for people who are in sub 2, and the leaders, the volunteers, are from Owners Club. So it's not just open to the public, okay? But I'm talking about Zero to Hero because people just don't realize if you get in the right rooms, everything would change. You cannot expect to build a different life while staying in the same environment. At some point, if you want growth, you have to step into rooms that stretch you. And this is why I want to talk here about why getting in the room matters. You see, people underestimate getting in the right room. What do you mean, Ronald? You think it's just, getting around stuff I don't understand and it's over my head and it won't make sense anyways and I'll leave confused. Yeah. But here's the parts you're missing. Getting in the right room expands your thinking. Getting in the right room normalizes bigger vision. It normalizes a larger dream. Getting in the right room also exposes blind spots. It creates connections. You're networking with people whose Tuesday look like your dream week. Getting in the right room, it gives you the opportunity you would have never, ever found sitting at home. It's what's changed my life, getting in the right rooms. See, opportunity doesn't come knocking on your door. I forget who said this, but opportunity looks like opportunity when you're staring at its back. It's already passed you by. Oh, I should have invested in GameStop when it was going up to the moon at $300 a ticket price. Oh, I should have invested in Bitcoin when it was 2 pennies, when it was $5, when it was $100, $1,000. Man, I should have gotten into real estate right after the crash. Man, they were going for cheap. I should have gotten into real estate in 2020 when interest rates at 3%. Opportunity looks like opportunity when you're staring at its back. So you say, Ronald, how do you prepare for opportunity if the only time you know it's opportunity when you're staring at its back and it's already gone and it's passed you by? Those who are prepared for opportunity are those who are taking action now, and while they're taking action, they run into her. So you're jogging, you're in the park, you're moving, you got movement going on. You're jogging, you're sweating, putting in that work, out of your comfort zone. Your knees are hurting. Boom, boom, boom. And while you're jogging, you run into somebody else who's jogging. That person's an Olympic jogger. You spark conversation. Now you got a ticket to go watch him do the Olympics. You're taking action, and while you're taking action, you come by a spring. You come by a place you can drink water. What am I saying? I'm saying it's while you're taking action, opportunities come. You confront opportunities. It's while you're negotiating deals. And then the once in a lifetime deal comes around and you say, yeah, I'm negotiating. I'd buy a house at this price. And what? He said yes. The people who are taking advantage of opportunities and not just seeing her from the back are those people who are taking action and they've gotten to a place. When opportunity is coming, they can leap on it. And here's the thing, they don't know it's opportunity. Because they have to look back and say, yeah, man, me buying houses after '08 was an opportunity, man. They were going for dirt cheap and it just went back up. We thought the world was crashing. Yeah, me buying those houses in 2020 with 3% interest rates and stabilizing them. I got them as long-term rentals, co-living properties, whatever it is. Looking back, yeah, that was an opportunity. Because guess what? Interest rates are 7% right now. Getting in the right room matters because it leads you to taking action, and taking action helps you run into opportunities. So you have to transition from observer to a participant, some who is just in the pot. Because transformation happens when you stop observing and when you start taking action. And that's why I'm so proud of those who are coming to the Zero to Hero challenges, because they're doing it scared. They don't know the first thing to setting appointments. They don't know the first thing to having conversations. They don't know the first thing to talking to the agents. They don't know the first thing. But man, are they pushing forward to work out the details. Because whether you're an attendee, a volunteer, someone just trying to learn, someone just trying to network, someone just trying to set appointments for somebody else, you're stepping in motion. Action, action, action is what moves the needle. 2 years ago, I was at a real estate conference and somebody said, action is what moves the needle. And it clicked for me. It just hit me. And that's why I'm not afraid to repeat myself on this podcast, is because one of these days, something I have said 40 times, 50 times, 100 times will smack you on your forehead, hit you between the bullseye of your eyes, and it'll click. And you'll say, oh, action moves the needle, not drowning in knowledge, not drowning in information, not taking, let me get in the right room. Action changes people. Action changes you. Action will change your circumstance. Action will take you towards your dream. Action will help you build a life worth living brick by brick. And this is why it's vital you invest in yourself. Alex Hormozi, he has said this ad nauseum, and I repeat it ad nauseum. Don't invest in the S&P 500. Invest in the S&Me 500. You are the asset you can control. You're the stock that you can grow. I can't control what happens at Apple, what happens at Tesla. Yes, I have a say. Yes, I can vote if I have a certain amount of stocks. But at the end of the day, the president, the CEO, the face of the company could do something that tanks the stocks. Now I'm in trouble because of his decision, because of her decision, the company could be doing great, but the face of the company does something immoral. The face of the company could be wholesome and great, but the company is horrible. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Why? Because as you gather new skills, you have those skills forever. As you change your mindset, that mindset gets you to another level. It's not about motivation. It's about being practical. Invest in yourself. You're not motivated to invest in yourself, and then you'll be motivated. Because skills compound, relationships compound, confidence compounds, experience compounds. And sometimes the biggest breakthrough in your life starts with a plane ticket, a hotel room, and the courage to show up in a room you can't even dream of being in. Doing things like setting appointments, networking with people, building hotels, and going to Puerto Rico and doing this and that in the real estate space. People will spend thousands on entertainment, clothes, distractions, and comfort, but they hesitate. They hesitate to invest in environments that could completely alter their future. Growth costs something, but guess what? Staying stuck costs more. We always choose between two pains, the pain of regret or the pain of discipline, the pain of change. And so I'm here to tell you, get out of your comfort zone. Let me be real with you. Most of your opportunities live outside of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone feels safe. I've been there. It's predictable. If I stay here, that will happen. That promotion will come. That bonus will be there for Christmas. That PTO will increase year by year at this rate. But nothing really grows there. Nothing. I'm buying a house from somebody sub 2, taking over their interest rate, and they shared with me, the husband shared with me, man, my wife worked at so-and-so company for years. She worked. He said she worked hard to make them money. And a round of layoffs came and they took her out. You know why? Because she was right there to qualify for retirement the rest of her life. The biggest package they had. Comfort zone. You think these companies care about you? You're driving to work right now. You think they care about you? A bunch of companies have been laying off 20%, 30%, 40% of their workforce because they got AI. Claude can do what you can do. You think these companies care about you? No, they're focused on shareholder value and maximizing that. Now, you may be at the one place, the few places that care about the employees. But guys, let's be real here. If it's feeding their family or yours, who do you think they'll choose? And that's why I'm here to tell you, you got to get out of your comfort zone now. Yes, growth feels awkward. It feels stretching. It's unfamiliar. Walking into a new room, you don't know the people. Conversations are intimidating. You feel inexperienced. You feel behind. That's normal. But every successful person you admire once walked into a room feeling the exact same way, but they went anyways. They went and they met someone. They learned something. They took action. They got connected. They got around momentum. And now you look at their lives and say, they're so lucky. Yeah, you know how many years it took for them to be an overnight success? This is what I want to tell you. This is why your first deal matters, whether that's in real estate or starting a business and getting your first contract, whatever that is, your first deal matters because it changes your identity. Suddenly, it doesn't become theory. It stops being theory. It stops being someday. It stops being just YouTube and podcast episodes that I listen to and watch. It becomes real. And I believe there are people listening to their loved ones right now. They're listening to others right now. Their relationships, and I want to tell you, you're listening right now. You're one room away. You're one relationship away. You're one network away. You're one connection away. You're one decision away from your first real deal. What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not saying you're gonna knock that first door like I've done. Actually, my first door I door knocked was not my first deal. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you're one decision away from getting on a path that will change your life. What if you got into different rooms, started networking, started connecting, started asking questions, started soaking in the air, the attitude? How different would your life be? So here's my challenge to you. Stop waiting until you feel ready. You don't become confident and then take action. You take action and confidence grows afterward. Go to the event, volunteer, shake hands, be an attendee, ask questions, stay late, be intentional, put yourself in the room, because your future can change faster when your environment changes first. If this episode fired you up, send it to someone you know. And I'm dropping a bunch of videos on my YouTube at Ronald Pauleus, and I'm talking about full deal walkthroughs. All of that is to help you get an idea of what that looks like. If you can't get into the room, at least you can be listening to someone who's been in those rooms. On my Instagram, you'll see a bunch of videos every single day. I'm posting on my story, talking about what I'm doing. And that's because I want you to realize it is a possibility. 2 years ago, guys, 2024 is when I started this. December 31st, 2023, never thought I'd be here. One decision changed my whole life. The trajectory, completely different. You're one decision away. Will you make that decision?